Today, we're going to talk about a topic everyone has experienced at some point. Those awkward moments in small talk when the wrong subject suddenly comes up. We all want to have conversations that are light and enjoyable, but there are some topics that are better left avoided. If you want to know what these no-go topics are and why you should avoid them, stick around. No-go 1. Personal problems and health. Let's start with the first no-go topic: personal problems and health. Whether it's your own issues or someone else's, these are topics that typically don't belong in small talk. Why? It's simple. Small talk is supposed to be light and casual. When you talk about health issues or family problems, you bring a heaviness to the conversation that others often don't know how to handle. Need an example? Imagine you're at a party and the first thing you mention is your recent surgery. That's not only awkward, but can also ruin the mood entirely. Tip: if you want to talk about health, stick to general topics like the weather or sports. This is safer and more pleasant for everyone involved. No-go 2. Political and religious beliefs. Next up is the second no-go: politics and religion. These topics are incredibly polarized and can quickly lead to heated debates. Why should you avoid them? Simply put, small talk is about creating a pleasant atmosphere, not about convincing someone of your viewpoint. For example, if you meet someone for the first time and immediately start discussing your political views, it can easily come across as pushy or disrespectful, especially if the other person has different opinions. Tip: stick to neutral topics when you don't know someone well. If you sense that your conversation partner is open to deeper discussions, you can bring up the topic later, carefully. No-go 3. Financial matters. The next topic you should definitely avoid in small talk is financial matters. Questions about money can be extremely uncomfortable. It's not a good idea to ask someone about their salary, debts, or other financial details, especially in a casual conversation. These questions can be perceived not only as rude, but also as intrusive. For example, how much do you make? That's a question that definitely doesn't belong in small talk. Tip: if you want to talk about work, focus on the type of work or the other person's interests without delving too deeply into finances. No-go 4. Personal criticism and negative comments. Another no-go in small talk is personal criticism and negative comments. Nobody likes being criticized or brought down, especially not in a casual conversation. Imagine meeting someone and the first thing you say is, "You look tired today." Even if it's well-intentioned, it often comes off as negative and can make the other person uncomfortable. Small talk should remain positive and friendly. Criticism has no place here. Tip: instead of criticism or negative remarks, focus on the positive. A simple compliment can work wonders and lift the mood. No-go 5. Intimate and private topics. The last topic we're discussing today is intimate and private matters. This includes questions about relationship status, family planning, or similar topics that many people consider very personal. These questions can be perceived as intrusive and are often inappropriate for the context of small talk. For example, when are you going to have kids? Not only is this inappropriate, but it can also be very hurtful, depending on the other person's situation. Tip: stick to general and neutral topics when you don't know someone well. If the conversation develops naturally, these topics can potentially be addressed later in a deeper discussion. So, to sum it up, avoid personal problems, political and religious discussions, financial questions, personal criticism, and intimate topics in small talk. If you keep these no-goes in mind, you can ensure that your conversations remain pleasant and positive. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more tips on communication and psychology.